Hello guys, my name's Kareem. I haven't posted calisthenics videos on this channel for a pretty long time, simply because I was focusing more on my Instagram. But this is kind of like my first video, and basically what it entails is why there's only a 3% success rate in calisthenics. And I'm gonna go over 3 points in this video just for the sake of the time. This video will be about 5 minutes, and I'll just try to keep it short for you guys so you guys can understand as to why there's a small success rate and how you guys can be a part of that 3%, right? So the first one, I know I'm assuming some of you guys may know this, is the lack of accountability. They're not putting enough reps in the workouts, they're not eating properly, their diet's off, and they're just not taking care of themselves enough to where they'll see progress in calisthenics. And those are the people that usually don't make it past the beginner stage because they don't know how to make themselves accountable in order to get better in calisthenics, right? They don't see it as something as benefit to them, right? They think that they can just do a couple workouts and then after a month they're going to get the result that they want. But that's simply not the case, right? For me, for example, it took me 2 years before I even was able to do a handstand push-up. And I can say this honestly, I could have done it way sooner if I had the right systems and in place, and if I had a mentor telling me what to do from day one, right? If I had someone telling me what to do from day one, I would have expedited my process by less than a year, or less than a year to get progress in calisthenics. And the second one is a lack of structure, right? And to kind of go into detail about this, basically they're not putting in the right systems in their workouts, or they're not putting the right workouts to achieve a certain skill. So let's say somebody wants to achieve the full planche, right? I'm still working on the full planche because I gained 20 pounds over the past year. So for me, it's going to be really difficult, of course, to get the full planche. But I know I'm going to get there because I've done it before and I could do it again at 170. But I'm still trying to lose weight. But all that aside though, they have a lack of structure. So let's say somebody's trying to get a full planche and they got the first handstand push-up and they're trying to get the first 90-degree push-up to get to the planche, right? They think that by getting at least 5 to 10 handstand push-ups that they can transition into being able to do a full planche. But that is simply not the case. And the reason being is because they haven't developed enough strength to even getting a straddle planche, right? You can't just jump to a skill that you think you can get to at a much faster rate without having to go through some kind of long phase, right? And if you don't go through the proper sequence, there's a chance you would injure yourself. And I'm saying this from experience, right? I'm not saying it has to take 10 years. I'm not saying it has to take 10 years for you to be able to get a straddle planche or be able to get a full planche. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that there's a system in which you guys have to follow in order to get to the full planche. And this person is not doing that, for example, right? And that's how he's going to get injured, and that's how he's going to fall off and lose his structure. And that's what you guys do not want to do. You guys have to follow through getting your first handstand push-up to be able to do 10 handstand push-ups and then so forth, right? And then eventually you'll get to the full planche. But it's just a lack of structure. And last but not least is doing calisthenics for the need to show off or the need to prove themselves that they can do it for that short-term goal, right? Some people, they want to do calisthenics because they want to look on Instagram and get the first full planche. But once you get your first full planche, you're not gonna have that same spark like you did when you first started calisthenics, because your whole goal was to get the full planche. But yeah, that goal is only gonna happen for or that feeling of you achieving that goal it's gonna be quick, right? But if you're somebody who was doing calisthenics just for the joy of it, you guys will achieve so much more than just the full planche, right? You guys will be doing the Maltese, you'll be doing 2-finger planche push-ups, and who knows, you guys can do a 1-thumb push-up or 1-thumb planche. You know, those are the kind of like skills that you guys can unlock when you guys put the end goal aside. Like, just do calisthenics because you guys enjoy it. When you guys do that, you guys will achieve so much more, and honestly maybe at a much faster rate, because you know that it's going to take a while, but as long as you follow through the system, follow through, staying consistent every single day without having the need to rush yourself, will get you so far, right? But let's say you just wanted to get the full planche, you get the full planche, and what happens next after that? Like, what? You're not gonna have that feeling of trying different stuff out once you achieve the full planche, because the whole goal was to get it. So the lesson here is to not have an attachment to your end goal in calisthenics. Just do it because you enjoy it, right? And that's something that will take some time to build up, because a lot of people, they do get inspired from what they see on Instagram, but you guys got to keep it low key. Like, just enjoy calisthenics. Just do it because you love it, and that's pretty much it. And how you guys can be a part of this 3%, I would say, is taking the time to find a coach on Instagram or YouTube and just follow through with what they say. The programs, the diet plan, and even their exact workouts that they do. Like, just follow through with what one coach says, and you guys will go very far in calisthenics. Or if you guys are lifters, you guys will go very far in lifting if you guys just follow through with what 1 or 2 people say. And also, I would invest in myself, invest into a coach. You guys can invest into me. I will help you guys out. I do hybrid training. I do hybrid training. I do calisthenics and lifting, and I would consider myself to be pretty advanced in calisthenics and lifting. But pretty much, I've done this for a couple of years now, so I know what I'm talking about. But yeah, all that aside though, you guys have to invest into yourselves if you guys want to achieve fast results.